Toby Ross is known for playful, sexy films, but there is one film in his collection that is something else entirely. Part art film, part psychodrama, part vintage porno. On this episode, we're going to explore one of the most slept-on films in gay erotic film history, Do Me Evil. This isn't your typical vintage gay adult film. It's a fever dream, a noir, a psychosexual puzzle, and yes, it still has plenty of skin. This is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. Let me start by saying my initial choice was to review Cruising 57. But when the director tells you, you should review Do Me Evil, well, my friend, you review Do Me Evil. It's 1975, and gay erotic theaters and the industry is booming. But it also was falling into the cliche formulas of leather daddies, pool boys, and bad dialogue. And then comes Toby Ross, who was already on his way to legend thanks to films like Schoolmates and Cruising 57, and who threw a wrench into the genre. Do Me Evil, a tale of incest, abuse, sex, self-destruction, all rolled into a gay porn film.
The movie is photographed in a very atmospheric way. A lot of it is shot in available light. A lot of it is shot in dumps, some in the Tenderloin district of San Francisco. And it's probably the most narrative of this whole bunch. The main guy, the star, I got from a model agency in Los Angeles. It's from a guy called Johnny Johnston, who was a legend at his time. And the other one that was supposed to play the retarded one originally was supposed to be the guy from the wrestling scene from Tuesday Morning Workout. But he broke his arm at the night before, wouldn't you know it? And what happened? I got somebody else from a model agency at the last minute.
The movie starts off quite innocent enough with a young man in his birthday suit playing Beethoven's Für Elise over the credits. In the same room are two young boys. And no one found this weird. Flash forward to now, we meet a grown-up Luke and his brother Oliver, who is chastising Luke for sitting by the window waiting for their mother.
God damn it, Luke, will you snap out of it?
The film is a series of flashbacks and flash forwards. A young Oliver sees his mother pay more attention to his brother Luke. She gives him a music box while Oliver watches. Flash forward to reveal Luke and Oliver have an incestuous and abusive relationship. In the next scene, Oliver continues to berate Luke using choice words.
I got a trick coming, and I definitely don't want him to meet my mentally retarded brother. By the way, Luke, why are you so crazy? Maybe I'm not so crazy.
Oliver meets a trick, and we're on to the next sex scene.
You know what I like.
Oliver pleases himself as the man watches. When the trick forgets his watch, Oliver enlists Luke as a chauffeur to drive him back to return it, but only if Luke changes into something more elegant. Another flashback reveals Oliver bullying his brother when they are young, juxtaposed with the scene dressing Luke. In the beginning of the film, it is alluded that their mother is a flake and their father left. In a scene after Oliver drives himself back from dropping off the watch, we read a note their mother has left saying she had to leave for Rio in an emergency and thanking him for taking care of Luke. A crossfade to a similar letter is seen, and their mother mentions babysitters. Now here's where things get a bit weird. There's a scene where the babysitters are getting it on, but it's intercut with Luke and Oliver when they're younger. So maybe the director can explain this.
The boys in it, the young boys, were never even close to the sex scene. They were totally shot separately with permission from the parents.
Luke gets home to find his brother on the floor of the driveway. We find out he's taken his own life.
Dear Rodney, I feel I was just being a burden to you, which I wanted to put a stop to. I thought you might enjoy life more without me. Although I know you always loved me, I also know that you were jealous of me and Mom. I also know you always wanted to take Mom's place. Remember, I love you, Rodney. Luke.
flash forward to Oliver taking a walk on the beach in reflection. He's then picked up by, I don't know, a trick. They go to a hotel, and after it's done, Oliver's on his way. In a series of montages, he finds himself on the streets, and whoops, there's an orgy scene. Oliver then goes to a pawn shop and tries to pawn a ring and a watch.
$250.
Why, man, you gotta be out of line. $250 for that garbage?
Then, another sex scene. A disheveled Oliver roams the streets in broad daylight and wanders the street for garbage. We then see another flashback of Oliver destroying a flower while Luke hangs from the shower curtain rod. Their mother walks in and screams. At night, rummaging through garbage, Oliver finds a music box that was given to Luke by their mother. The end. In Do Me Evil, Ross shoots his B-roll very well and his sex scenes even better, with cuts that accentuate and heighten the experience, making the uninterrupted viewer an active participant. The music is predominantly classical, and if you know classical music, you'll recognize them. The film opened at the Nob Hill Theater, and upon its release, Do Me Evil did not fit anywhere. Porn distributors didn't know what to do with it. It was slow, too strange, too artsy. On the other hand, film festivals and art houses didn't want it either because it still had graphic sex scenes. So it slipped through the cracks. No marketing, no mainstream reviews, no preservation push. For decades, it was just a weird tape that hardcore collectors passed around. Toby Ross didn't just make porn, he crafted something that still feels risky even today. In fact, I'm confident there is no way a film like this would be made today. In a time where the American public feverishly watches shows like The White Lotus, Do Me Evil is in the same vein. Ross, like only a few of his contemporaries, had a knack for crude or crass with a lot of class. Where else would you hear classical music play over a gay adult film about an incestuous love affair between two brothers? You've been watching Demystifying Gay Porn. I'm your host, Ike Grande. Demystifying Gay Porn can be found on every podcast directory as well as YouTube. Demystifying Gay Porn is on X, Facebook, Instagram, Substack, Threads. And if you like what you're watching or listening to and want to be a part of the process, head over to patreon.com/Demystifying Gay Porn, where you can support this podcast and YouTube channel, and I can continue making content like you've just enjoyed. As always, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment, and let me know what else you'd like me to cover. This is Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is Ike Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off.